Hi everybody. Happy Father's Day. Sunday, June 16th. I hope you're celebrating Father's Day with your dad, or as I am, remembering my dad, who was a great, great father. I lost my father quite a while ago, and every June I think of him a lot and miss him. He was a really great man, the man I'm named after, Charles Baran. And yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about my father, talk a little bit about Gay Pride Month. It's been a really emotionally charged month. It's the 50th anniversary of Stonewall, which is going to be a huge gay pride parade this year in the village, which I'm attending, and I'm looking forward to that. I haven't decided whether I'm going to march yet with one of the groups or if I'm just going to stand on the sidelines and watch all the wonderful people pass by in the floats. I've also been thinking a lot about pride, and I just want to say one thing about that. Pride this year, this June, is very important to me personally, or just on my mind a lot, because not only do I feel that it's a gay pride month this year, but I feel that the pride in our country right now has been greatly diminished due to the current administration in Washington. There's been a lot of things done to diminish people's pride in their life, pride in their work, pride in their day-to-day existence. The farmers in the Midwest whose produce they can't sell because of the tariffs, so the lack of business that they're generating, and also diminished pride in their work and their livelihood, not being able to put food on their tables possibly for their family. There's that. The ban on transgender people serving in the military that our administration has put in effect. The lost pride there for the transgender community, making them feel like second-class citizens. The many states that have now declared abortions as illegal. The diminished pride that people may take personally who want to plan a family in the smartest way possible and know that they're not shunned or looked upon as doing something wrong if they seek to have a legal abortion. These things really have damaged the pride across the country, a country that I feel is the most divisive it's been in many, many, many years. But on a brighter note, it is Father's Day, and I think we should talk about that. I wanted to talk a little bit about my dad. My dad was a great man. He was born in Brooklyn. He raised us in Queens. And his whole life he worked really in one job. He started as an office boy and worked his way up to building manager in these warehouse buildings in Brooklyn, across the bridge, from the Brooklyn Bridge, right when you get into Brooklyn from the Brooklyn Bridge. And that area is now called Dumbo. And my dad was the property manager there. And he ran those buildings, and all the tenants adored him, and he was a well-loved man. I remember at the funeral parlor when my dad was there, I remember how many people showed up and packed that room. That overwhelmed me to see. It was just amazing. I wanted to also say that my dad, while he was a business manager or property manager in these warehouses in Brooklyn, not only did he do that, he picked up a little hobby later in his life, which he loved so much, and that was painting, oil painting. And he would come home at night after work and go down in our basement, and he'd take out his oil paints and his canvases, and he would paint these wonderful paintings, of which I have about 9 that I own, and I cherish them. And they're very primitive landscapes, and he also liked to paint clowns that he saw their picture in magazines. And it was a little Grandma Moses-esque, but as I said, I cherish them, and they are just so beautiful, and I'm so happy to have a piece of him left for me to hold on to. He passed away in the very early 80s, the day after his retirement from a massive heart attack. I felt very sad for my mother. We got through it. And I wanted to show you a picture of my dad. This is a picture I have and love. It's a picture that my sister had given me with me and my father at my christening in 1958 in our kitchen in Queens in Elmhurst. He was a terrific, terrific father, and I'm honoring him today, as I hope many of you are honoring your fathers, either with them or in spirit. Now, Brandi Carlile, I wanted to talk to you about Brandi Carlile. She's a singer-songwriter who is amazing, and she has a song on her album called Most of All, which is about her parents, remembering her mom and her dad. And I'm going to play it for you now for this Father's Day, and I'm actually going to sing along to it, because instead of lip-syncing like I normally do, I want to sing this one with Brandi. I probably will not be as perfect as Brandi Carlile. She's amazing. But the words, I really want you to hear them, so I printed them out, and this way I won't mess up. Hopefully. If I do, just forgive me. It's Father's Day, and I may get a little emotional because I'm missing my dad. I haven't seen my father in some time, but his face is always staring back at me. His heavy hands hang at the ends of my arms, and my colors change like the sea. But I don't worry much about time lost. I'm not gunning for the dreams I couldn't find, 'cause he taught me how to walk the best that I can on the road I left behind. But most of all, he taught me to forgive, how to keep a cool head, how to love the one you're with. And when I'm far into the distance, and the pushing comes to shove, to remember what comes back when you give away your love, give away